Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun, Winston. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Fournette. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Fournette again. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Winston now. Out to his left. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Swinging this out for Pollard. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On play action, Winston. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looking for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Jameis to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action now. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Falcons send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. The first down throw for Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Dances by him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early, and when they do it often, this team is really energized.
Well, Evans at 6'5", those long arms, that's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Winston's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. That's strong running. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rolling to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So they tried to get him out of the pocket, but that just flat out did not work to their advantage.
Yeah, it seemed to me that he thought maybe he could run around the pressure, but he just kept putting himself in a worse and worse situation. At some point, cut your losses and just go down.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
5 yards remain on second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That'll be caught by Cup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action. Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just...
Touchdown, Falcons! At plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Winston. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Winston. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Winston. Going up top for Kupp. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jameis again. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Winston now to throw on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons' defense yet again drops him behind the line. On 3rd down, Winston. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Stewart. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This is Stewart again. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Back to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run the counter. Pollard. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
2nd and 2. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So, Falcons, it was a